Hi everyone, Megan with Mogul Realty Group here. Happy April. Wanted to update you on what's going on specifically in the East Vancouver market where we are all working and living. So just in general, some comments on the market and what we are really seeing right now. And it's crazy how things change. Even in the last couple of weeks, we've seen the stats indicate that we are in a seller's market. Inventory is very low. But thing is, like, the good properties are still moving. Interesting enough, last month's was the highest sales volume that we've seen in the last 9 months, but things still are, at a low, but they are picking back up as we are starting to see here with both the sales, listings, and our average price. So wanted to break things down for you here. So here is our update of East Vancouver. And I wanted to summarize more specifically what we are seeing in the greater Vancouver area first here. So sales are down. I think everyone's aware of that. Sales are down year over year, but we're up 29% since last month. Active listings, we're starting to see more listings coming to the market, which is good. Sales to active listing ratio here, and this is Greater Vancouver, but I think it helps understanding what's going on with Greater Vancouver, and then we'll break it down to East Van in a minute. So all residential properties sitting at 31%. So 31% of listings that are going to market are selling. Anything between a 12 to 20 is a balanced market. Anything beyond 20, seller's market. Lower than 12 is a buyer's market. So things are moving, especially in the attached property segment, like our townhomes and apartments. And then our average our benchmark price, all residential, sitting at 1.1. But the interesting thing here is you can see all the numbers that we are still down year over year, but this is the second month in a row that we are up. Not huge, but 1, 2, 3% month over month, which is really interesting there. So let's break this down into East Vancouver. So what we are seeing as far as average price. So our all residential East Vancouver, we're sitting at 1.1, just over 1.1 million, up 1.7% since last month. We're still down just under 10% since last year. And then you can see kind of the price trends, the 3-year, 5-year, and 10-year change there. And then we'll break it down specifically into single family. So this all residential is like everything all together. Single family is just our single family detached homes, average sitting at 1.7 there, which is again is up second month in a row, which is a good sign. Still down 12% since last year. Townhomes sitting at just over 1 million there. Again, we're up, down since last year, up month over month, down since last year. Apartments, we're sitting at an average price of just under 700,000 there. Apartments have been fairly flat month over month there. And then as we can see in this slide, so these are the sales that are happening. So number of sales, detached, attached, and apartment. So attached are your townhomes, duplexes, and we can see where we are at currently, March of 2023. Compare this to February 23 of last month. We have just more things are moving, more sales. Apartments, again, fairly consistent there, but obviously, I think everybody knows this. Everyone's feeling it anyways, that the sales are nowhere near of what they were last year at this time. The amount of inventory, so listings hitting the market here, you can see that we are up a little bit month over month since February of 23 there, and then we are we are about half the amount of detached properties. Attached are fairly similar. Again, we are lacking a lot of inventory in the apartments as well. So just a little bit of a snapshot there of what we're really seeing. But I think the most important thing, and this is what our clients care about too, is like, what does all of this mean? So generally as a whole, what we're seeing in the market, one of the conversations that we're having with people is, I think this, and this, I guess, you know, changes a little bit today with the rate announcement being a zero increase, that I think people have been waiting and seeing, and a hesitation was like, oh, the interest rates are increasing. And so one of the things is we help our clients really break things down instead of just looking at one component. Is we want to look at the entire picture, because we've done this, is we've broken down the costs of, say, the interest rates 18 months ago, and the purchase price 18 months ago. And we look at interest rates today and the purchase price today. And in a lot of cases, most times it's actually we're paying less because of the sale price has actually dropped below where things were, even though the interest rate is higher. And I think the thing that we are adding to the conversation now with the recent rate announcement is things are starting to move fast. I even noticed this in the last probably like 5 days. There's a lot of properties on the market that are getting listed, fair market value here, they're getting listed slightly below. They have a DRPO, so a directive to present offers at a certain time period, because their whole goal is, let's create a lot of action. Let's get a lot of eyeballs on the property. Let's drive up a multiple offer situation and try and get, a high list price, which is, a fair strategy. We've done that lots with our sellers. But the conversation that we're having with our buyers is, you need to have all of your ducks in a row to get us to the point where we're actually able to win and get the property that we want in those scenarios. And we're having the conversation too. A lot of times I'm going back and forth with clients. If we see a property that's like, oh, this seems like really priced low, I'll take a further look into it, and you can kind of tell. And so we help prepare, we have the conversation back and forth with our clients, so it's not like, oh, surprise, like, holy smokes, who would have known it would have went 50 or $100,000 over list. We can, obviously we don't have a crystal ball, but the more in communication we are, we can help them get an idea. Well, one client I was talking with, I had this exact conversation with him. And I said, we can absolutely see this, but this is likely what's going to happen in this scenario. And he appreciated just the heads up, because he would have never known. It was like, oh, this looks like an awesome deal. They must be super motivated to sell, which they are. But I said, in high likelihood, this property is not going to sell for around what it's listed at. So just having those proactive conversations with our clients, so that at least that they know and they're prepared for it. Um, and then for sellers is really like, let's start having the conversation now, because I think you will be pleasantly surprised with potentially what a number we could get with this strategy, especially because of the lack of inventory. Properties that are going to show really, really well, and that's part of our strategy with our sellers too, is to really prepare you so that your property shows like a 10 out of 10 when it hits online, because that's where everybody's seeing it first. And so we are super diligent with our clients about preparing them to list their property so it shines the second potential buyer sees it online. So that, in a nutshell, is really what's going on with the market right now. We are predicting, as you guys probably are as well, the spring market is in full effect. And that's the biggest thing, is we're encouraging our clients to get that pre-approval. Make sure that you understand what your finances look like, what your budget looks like. We want to get all of that done. As a realtor myself, I always like to be in communication with the clients, whoever their banker is or their mortgage broker, whoever, so that we can create a strategy, because I think things are going to start to move pretty quickly in a lot of cases. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, I love chatting real estate. That's my favorite thing to do. I'm happy to have a conversation, jump on a phone, or grab a coffee and just chat about the market, chat about different strategies like that, because I think, collectively we can work together and really create a great scenario for clients. So anyways, have a fantastic April. We'll talk to you soon.